Hey guys, and welcome to Petrol and welcome to Thruxton Motor Circuit. Now I'm here today with the Institute of Advanced Motorists for a skills day, and I have a feeling I'm going to have some rather special moments in one of the cars behind me with a very special driver. But I'm just about to embark on a really exciting project with the Institute of Advanced Motorists, and I shall tell you more in the video to follow. Stay tuned. So what are we up to today? Well, some of you may know that I am a member of the Institute of Advanced Motorists. I passed my advanced driving test some 13 years ago. I did a video about it a couple of years ago. I'll put a card above right now if you haven't seen that one already. About 6 months ago, I was approached by the IAM and asked if I wanted to get involved in a project. Make sure I don't get run over here. And that project is to take my IAM Masters, the highest civilian driving qualification there is. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. But to kick that off, I was invited to come along to Thruxton today to experience a skills day. So this isn't a track day, but it's open to both members and non-members to take their cars on circuit. Many of the guys here today, it will be their first time they've ever driven on a motor circuit and really get to experience what their car can do at speeds faster than you would legally be allowed to do on the public highway. So no crash helmets in cars today. There's a maximum speed limit of about 90 miles an hour, and it's all about really getting to grips with your car. So a couple of things are going to happen today. First things first, there is the BTCC driver Colin Turkington here today. The event is sponsored by BMW, and he's giving hot laps in his 2 Series race car. But also I'm going to get the opportunity to spend a bit of time with Colin, because Colin is a member of the IAM. He did his advanced driving test in 2019. So I want to go out in a car with him, which should be amazing, and really get to understand a little bit about why he did his advanced driving. Then we're going to get to do the hot lap, but I'm also going to take Charlie Clubman on track for the first time actually, and I'm going to introduce to you my mentor, Mark, who's going to be taking me through my Masters. And we'll talk more about the process, more about the test, which I'm mildly terrified about. But yes, we're also going to get Charlie Clubman out on circuit for the first time. Okay, first up on what I think is going to be a pretty special day, we're going to jump into the M4 competition behind me. Interestingly enough, underneath all of those stickers, it's pretty much the same spec as the press car I had earlier on in the year. That one actually belongs to Tiff when he comes here for Thruxton to do things like experience days and stuff. But the driver of the car is going to be rather special too. I'm going to jump in with British touring car champion Colin Turkington, and we're going to talk a little bit about the Institute of Advanced Motorists, because Colin is a member. I want to know why he did the test, what he thought of it, has it helped him with his driving, but I'm pretty sure he's also going to show me exactly what the M4 competition can do on track at what is the fastest circuit in the UK, Thruxton. So then guys, welcome to the channel, Mr. Colin Turkington. I cannot believe, mate, you are in the passenger seat, or sorry, in the driver's seat, and I'm in the passenger seat. And we're about to take this lovely new M4 around Thruxton. Yeah, it's you know,
first thing, it's a supercar. You know, it's an absolute weapon. You know, I've been fortunate enough to drive the new M3 and the M4, and you know, as a track day car, it's really is something special.
Yeah.
I just discovered the last time I had the car out that it has a drift analyzer.
Oh.
So I don't know if you want me to give you a demo of that, but
damn straight, send it, my friend.
Yeah.
Because this car is actually Mr. Tiff Needell's car here at Thruxton.
I think he can drive it a lot better than me, to be fair. He can probably get 5 stars on the drift analyzer, no problem. But yeah, my job is to go in a straight line as fast as possible.
So the reason you're here today, 2 things. One, you're doing hot laps, which we will be experiencing a bit later on today. But also you are a member of the Institute of Advanced Motorists.
Yeah, it's I took my test probably 18 months ago now, and I suppose the trigger for me was, you know, I did my driving test probably more than 20 years ago, In that time, developed a lot of bad habits on and off the racetrack, and
racing driver habits.
Racing driver habits, exactly. And you know, I do a lot of miles travelling to race circuits, and I've got a family, got 2 kids, so I just, you know, I was aware that I could probably do with brushing up on my skills. So you know, I spoke to Stuart and Sean, and you know, got myself on the programme, and you know, surprised myself how much I enjoyed it, and how much I didn't know, and you know, about driving almost professionally on the road. So it was a, you know, big eye opener for me, but you know, something that I really enjoyed and valued.
I think for me, it's a way of challenging yourself. If you're, you know, in theory in this country you could pass your test at 17 and never be analysed for your driving again until the day you die.
Yeah.
And I still struggle with that. I don't understand why further advancing your driving knowledge and driving experience, why either that isn't mandatory or why more people don't do it.
Yeah, I agree. You know, and it's only on reflection now, when I was exactly the same as you when I got my test at 17. I had absolutely no skills at all. You know, you pass with the bare minimum of skills. You know, I'd never driven at night, never driven on the motorway, so very inexperienced. And you know, I think the key lessons for me was, or the key things that I took from the test was really, you know, bringing back that whole safety factor that you know, you'd probably completely forgotten about, and the vision. You know, vision is something that we use a lot when we're racing, but on the road, you know, just looking ahead and giving yourself that awareness and hazard perception. You know, you realise that there's so much more to driving than just staring at the number plate of the car in front. You know, there's so much to be aware of. So, you know, I felt like my skill level on the road, you know, rose massively, you know, after doing the test.
Rumour has it you're driving on the track got better as well.
Well,
according to your dad.
I don't know if it was a coincidence, but I did win the championship in 2019, the same season that I did my test. So for sure it didn't do me any harm.
No.
And my progression through roundabouts definitely helped my progression through chicanes on the race. So
you're going to show me what this bad boy can do?
Yes, well, I'm just being chased by a Golf R, so I think I'll just floor it on there.
Let's go for it.
Try and blow him away.
So I've driven both the new M3 and the M4 on the road, but interestingly haven't driven them on the racetrack yet. So
I drove the M4, this car at Hammersport a few months back.
The sensational traction, considering it's just rear-wheel drive.
It really is like being strapped into a missile. This car, you know, the acceleration, and you can just hear it. But you know, even this is a lot quicker than my BMW 3 Series race car.
Yeah.
In terms of raw speed, the race car probably can go a bit quicker through the corners, but you know, the acceleration from this car is incredible. It's frightening, actually.
So the cool thing about today, this skills day, is there's most of the people who've come today have never driven their car on a motorcycle before. It's not a track day, so no helmets, and it's about really helping people understand what their cars can do beyond what you're allowed to legally do on the road.
Yeah.
But it's funny, when you've done lots of track days, or obviously you're a racing driver, so you live on a racetrack, but when you come on a racetrack for the first time, it's a very special thing. I remember my first track day was at Donington Park, and I still remember it like it was yesterday. You know, you just think, oh, this is the coolest thing ever.
It is, yeah. Driving out the pit lane onto a racetrack. You know, when people have probably watched so many races on TV, touring car races, F1 races, and when you're let loose that first time yourself, it is an incredible experience, and something that, you know, I try not to take for granted because I'm doing it every week. But you know, I still enjoy every moment of being out on track. But you know, today is, you know, I think it's all about people, you know, realising and understanding the capabilities of their car. And I think being on a racetrack just gives you a bit more freedom, because you know there's not cars coming the opposite way or coming up behind you, or no lorries to navigate. You know, you can maybe you know, push your car on a bit, you know, maybe see how the ABS works, and just, get a good understanding of what your car can do. Just sounds beautiful, doesn't it?
Pace. So it's 90 coming into here.
tiny lift. It's just so stable in these quick corners.
110.
Gotta get it stopped now. It's a very technical section of the circuit, too complex. Steering's really direct. See if we get a signal to overtake. Don't wanna put this guy under too much pressure.
We'll get overtaken on the outside by Colin Turkington in an M4. We were talking before we got in the car about Goodwood and the similarity between Goodwood and Thruxton.
Yeah,
this is a quick circuit. This is the quickest circuit in the UK, I think.
It is, yeah. This is the highest average rolling speed. So it's all medium high speed corners. So that's where the challenge is for.
That's 100 mile an hour just on that constant radius.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's where the challenge is for the engineer and the tyre, because they're all medium high speed corners. So your left hand side tyres are taking such hammering here, and it's a really abrasive circuit as well. So when we're racing here with the touring cars, we use a hard compound tyre, just so that it can cope with the demands of the circuit. So it's if you didn't have a tyre that was durable enough, it's prime circuit for picking up a puncture, especially with the curbs as well. If your tyre pressures are a bit too high and you nip a curb, very easy to get a puncture.
I can imagine front left by the end
front
must
left
be screaming.
Is delaminated. You definitely only get one race out of a set of tyres.
Well, mate, absolutely a privilege to be in the passenger seat with you driving. But next time we meet, sir, we should be in your race car with some lids on.
The best is yet to come.
Yes.
It's there's no thrill like going around here at 10 tenths at full speed.
Good.
So
as long as you promise you're going to send it.
Oh, I only have one speed. Flat out is my default.
Excellent.
So,
If in doubt, flat out.
If in doubt, flat out. Yeah.
Brilliant. Right, let's head back to the pits, and the next time you see this gentleman, we'll be going very quickly. So we have had our lunch and we've headed over into the pit lane. Now there are actually two groups of people today, a morning and an afternoon group, and each group starts off with some hot laps. So behind us we've got Stephen Jelly and Colin Turkington from Team BMW giving hot laps in a race prepared M240i. I have actually been in one of these before a couple of years ago at Bedford Autodrome, but I think it's going to be pretty sensational. We've already had some hot laps around the circuit in the M4 competition with Colin earlier on. But this is a completely different kettle of fish. This is full racing slicks, full race prepared car. Apparently this isn't a million miles different in terms of pace than Colin's actual BTCC car, so it should be really good. So let's get strapped in, get the cameras rolling, and let Colin show us what it really is all about here at Thruxton. I have a feeling this is going to be quite impressive, and I didn't eat too much for lunch either. So we meet again, sir. After lunch though.
Did you eat much?
I did, but I'm hoping I'm not going to see it again.
I hope you didn't have the lasagna and garlic bread.
No. Well, veggie lasagna.
Oh, you're safe enough then.
So tell us about this car, dude.
Yeah, so this is the M240.
Yeah.
So this car was built to race on the Nordschleife in Germany. So it's a thoroughbred race car. Full road cage. We're on slick tyres. And you can judge the performance for yourself, but it's pretty tasty.
Cool. So belts are nice and tight.
So yeah, it's I think we have about 333 horsepower.
Wow.
To play with, and loads of grip.
So how's this compared to your BTCC car? I guess it's different gearbox.
Yeah, we have a 6-speed sequential.
Yeah.
But yeah, performance-wise, it does all the same things.
Yeah.
So it's you know, we use the exact same tyre on this car that we use on the race car. So
Yeah.
what I feel as a driver is very, very similar. You know, the race car goes a bit quicker in a straight line, but
Yeah.
otherwise it's much the same.
And you're racing here this weekend, so this is like, you know, a warm-up session for you.
This is free practice one for me. So
Send
it's perfect. So I'm going to take a lap just to get a bit of heat into everything after lunch, and then
Yeah.
we'll press on.
Cool. I'll enjoy it. What a car!
Oh, it's awesome! It's awesome!
Jeez.
Yeah.
You can just feel it rotating when you get onto the sharper bits there, and just with the balance through the really high speed stuff.
It's very, very predictable.
Even when you're kind of feeling like skipping across the road, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, the grip is something else. Yeah, but that's it. It's just very predictable and stable in the high speed.
Yeah.
And you can just keep the speed up the whole way around.
Mate, I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, mate. Cheers.
We could do that all day, couldn't we?
Yeah, definitely. Anyway, thank you for coming on the channel. Good luck this weekend, my friend.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And
pleasure.
what an experience.
Cheers.
Right, I'm going to go and have a lie down now.
Go and have dessert.
Yeah, exactly. Now then, YouTube. Welcome to the channel, Mark, my IAM mentor.
Good afternoon, Peter.
The fountain of all knowledge.
We'll find out in the weeks to come, no doubt.
So, we've had all our fun today. I've had a couple of hot laps with Colin and been frightened witless. But let's talk about the Masters and what we're about to do. Should we do it while we're driving around?
we could do that, providing you're going to concentrate on the driving at the same time.
Okay, I can do that, I reckon.
Okay,
I'll
let's
start
go
my
for it.
baby. So, Institute of Advanced Motorists. Should we turn the radio off as well?
We'll do that.
So,
I'll give you a broad outline of what we're doing today.
Yeah.
Okay, IAM Skills Day. Today is not a track day, Peter. Today is all about using the system in a relatively sterile environment. Nothing coming the other way.
yeah.
No furniture.
No.
Nothing to give you reference. You're good to go. So when we join the circuit, can you stay to the right, check your left shoulder, make sure there's nothing coming around hot. We'll hold it back to 40 or 50 mile an hour for the first couple of laps.
Yeah.
So today is all about running through the system, slightly higher speeds, like you would on the road, and we're going to explore this in the Masters. So you're going to come fully over to the left for the yellow cone, braking in a straight line all the way into the orange cone. Off the gas, turn in, don't fight with the weight of the car, just let it go, so it's a bit tight there. And now back the other way to meet the apex of the yellow. Start feeding the gas in, you'll feel the car bite up, and then back the other way for the yellow, and just use the full width of the circuit all the way out to the green. So ordinarily you wouldn't be doing that on the motorway or any normal road.
No.
All the way over to the inside of the circuit, you can see the next orange cone. There's no braking points, so just hold the speed. It's a late turn in, looking for the yellow all the way over in the distance, and then stay to the left hand side of the circuit. Blue cones will bring you into the apex, which is about 2/3 around this corner, so just hold it on the gas until we get to the apex. So going back to the Masters, we're going to explore what has been explained to me as police class driving without the speeding.
Oh, I like that.
So we're going to take your driving skills to the absolute limit within the law and safely.
Yeah.
So it's turn in at the red cone to the yellow apex, and as you get to the apex, start feeding the gas in. The car will bite up all the way out to the outside of the circuit. So the interesting thing about the Masters is also that you're going to be expected on test to perform an hour and a half of commentary.
That to me is the bit that I'm actually most worried about.
It is practice. There are some key words. If you come further over to the left here, look for the yellow and orange cones in the distance, and when they're lined up, straight line it to the orange cone. Off the gas, hard on the brakes, all the way into the orange cone. Off the brakes, hold the gas, no more acceleration. Back to the left, drive away from the corner now. Full width of the circuit all the way out to the green. So an hour and a half of commentary. When I used to do my training, I used to go out and do 2 hours, knowing that when I got to the test, an hour and a half was not going to be easy, but it would be more straightforward.
Yeah.
To put this whole process into perspective, there's a register of masters, people that have passed the Masters online, and I think there's less than 1,000 people on the list in the whole country.
Wow. Okay.
So all the way into the orange before you turn right. Don't fight with the weight of the car, let it go out wider than that, because we can carry a lot more speed through there. Start building the speed now, gently, 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 and keep building the speed. Don't ease off mid-corner, use the full width. So you get within the Masters package 6 sessions or so all the way to the inside of the circuit, which will be an hour and a half's worth of driving, probably about a 20 minute brief and a more than half an hour debrief, followed by a full report from me that will run into multiple pages, to give you the opportunity in the following 4 weeks to put that into practice.
Yeah.
So that when we meet again for the following session, we're moving on rather than starting again.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a challenge. It's a real challenge. You need to want to do this.
So in terms of if people haven't done so they do their normal IAM test first.
The best process is to do that first, because the Masters is taking you on from that.
Yeah.
And the Masters mentors, of which I'm one, are told if somebody turns up and they are not quite at advanced standard, to send them back to the group to get some more tuition to reach that level first.
Yeah. Cool. well, we've got quite a lot to get on with today to make sure that I concentrate. So the idea is we're going to put a series of videos together tracking my progress through Masters. I don't know how we're necessarily going to film all of the sessions, because an hour and a half in the car is a long time and I'll need to concentrate. But hopefully these guys will find it useful.
Go. Way out to the orange, turn in now. Good, drive it away. Excellent. So bring it back to the near side a bit earlier so we can almost straight line it from just here all the way through to the orange. Go on, push the brakes. Push, 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 push. Turn in, hold the speed, no acceleration. Now, start gunning out of the corner. Go, 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 go. Good. Very good. Running out of things to say, Peter.
That's probably a good place to finish the video.
I would, before we do something wrong.
yeah. Quick
Back
while,
the other way.
quick while on my head.
Start building the speed. Start building the speed. Make the car work. Go. Keep building the speed. Unwind it now. Start unwinding it. Good.
Well, guys, stay tuned to our journey through the IAM Masters, and I'm going to concentrate more on learning.
Nice.
Totally different way to approach circuit driving, and I know a lot of the guys that have been here today have never been on a circuit before, and for them it's a really interesting view just to see what their car can actually do. But I need to concentrate, so I hope you enjoyed that one. If you have done so, give me a thumbs up. Comments below are always welcome, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Petrol for plenty more content to come. And I'll see you on the next film. And I look forward to my master session with you on Friday, sir.
Me too, Peter.
Anyway, guys, I'll see you on the next film. You take care. Drive safe.